on News Talk 1440 WROK.
Good morning, everybody. Dave Schmidt along with Matt Nestor and producer Tom Warner here on the State Line Sports Hour. We're going to talk some boys high school basketball. They had the big Bloomington State Farm Classic and winning the small school division, Rockford Lutheran, and making the all-tournament team, Joe Kellen. And good to have you on today, Joe, and congratulations on that tournament win.
Thank you very much.
How much fun is that to be down there in Bloomington? You saw some pretty good teams, a double overtime win in the championship game. Do you guys enjoy that?
Yeah, it's probably one of our favorite tournaments of the year. It's a good time to be together for 5 days. It's just a great tournament.
You know, how tough was that double overtime win there in the championship?
It was pretty tough. Afterwards, normally we celebrate after the game, and a bunch of our guys in our room just kind of crashed. So an hour after the game, we were so tired.
You know, when you're away from home like that, I know you guys are all having a good time. Does that help you get ready for when tournament comes around? Maybe you have to travel a little bit. Kind of nice to be out and feel what that feels like?
Absolutely. There's good competition, and we really build a team chemistry when we're out there. It really helps us with postseason.
You know, how has it been this year, you know, not just for you, but for really everybody on the team, you know, getting a chance to step up into a bigger role? You know, the last couple of years you kind of had that lead guy in Thomas Kopelman that everybody kind of focused on. You know, not that there wasn't a bunch of good players around him, but how has it been this year, you know, really not maybe having that one guy, but everybody getting a chance to step up into a bigger role?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we've got a lot of young guys who've stepped up this year. Josh Streeter and Kenny Strawbridge are 200 class and played some big minutes for us. And it's going to really help us when we get into postseason because we're a lot deeper this year, I feel.
And you guys have been together for a while, too, since junior high, right? Been playing some pretty good basketball?
Yeah. I played with Nate and Ryan since 8th grade. Actually, since, like, 4th grade. We've been together a lot, playing a lot at AAU, and just playing for Lutheran.
You know, what's been the difference for you guys as the season has gone along? You know, early in the year, you kind of got off to a slow start, but you guys seem to be playing well. Is it just a matter of, you know, because I know a lot of the players played football as well, so is it just a matter of maybe kind of getting away from football and getting back into basketball shape, or has there been something else?
Yeah, that's part of it. Just getting back into shape, getting used to each other, and we're getting used to playing different roles. And I think as the season goes on, we'll start playing better and better.
You know, I had the chance to see you guys win the Boylan tournament. I mean, that's a big game no matter what, if it was a tournament or not. But it was not probably one of the games that you guys probably were real proud of that you played well. But you always hung in there. You never gave up, and you kept fighting the whole game. Has that game kind of helped you as you propelled through the Bloomington tournament?
Yeah. No, we have a team of winners. Our coach always tells us that. No matter how we're shooting the ball, but we're always going to play defense and we're going to fight. It keeps us in games no matter how poorly or how good we're playing on offense.
You know, I think that's a game people had wanted to see for a long time was Lutheran and Boylan matchup. How much fun was that, you know, getting the two of you together in the crowd that you guys had there?
It was awesome. Probably the best atmosphere I've ever been around for a Thanksgiving game. It was a really fun experience. And hopefully the teams continue to play in the future.
You know, I know in the overtime you made a couple of big threes, and you had struggled a little bit earlier in the game, but I think after the game you told me Coach Goosey has a lot of confidence in you. He just says when you got the shot taken, is that still something that you enjoy about playing for Coach Goosey?
Yeah, Coach Goosey's got faith in all of our guys. My teammates have strong confidence in me, and it allows me to play my game and know to trust my teammates too. So that's part of that team chemistry that a lot of teams don't have.
You know, as we get into kind of the middle season grind here, you know, what are some things you guys are trying to work on there as you prepare for hopefully a deep run in the postseason?
Just tightening up everything, better defense, you know, making sure our offense has strong ball movement, just working out some kinks and everything.
We're talking with Joe Kellen, who was for Rockford Lutheran. He was named to the all-tournament team at the Bloomington State Farm Classic. And when you look at that, they had a couple of choices on your team. You could have been all-tournament. So that's a pretty big honor to represent all the guys, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we have fought with you guys. One of my best friends actually got a little cheated, but he definitely deserved it. He was all-tournament team as a sophomore. But he plays a big role on our team, probably one of the biggest biggest roles on our team. He controls the paint. He gets rebounds. He'll put up points when we need them.
When we look at, towards the second half of the year, you guys did lose a game recently here to Winnebago. What's something you guys need to do as you get ready to see them again later in the year?
Yeah, we didn't shoot the ball very well that game. We just kind of came out a little flat. We need to bring some more energy, tighten up defensive things, and I think we'll be ready next time we play them.
You guys have put together a pretty good winning program over at Rockford Lutheran. Is it pretty tight over there, especially with the younger kids? Do you guys get an opportunity to hang out with them and work with them a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it helps. That's what kind of makes our team good is, me and Nate started playing varsity as a freshman. I didn't really play, but it just helped me develop, learn how to work hard. And I think it continues to help the younger guys work hard and build their character and their game.
At Lutheran, they've really raised the bar pretty high in basketball the last few years. I mean, is it at a point now where you guys have a goal of championship in the state?
Absolutely. We come into the season, and our goal is to win a state championship. Obviously, we want to win conference and win all the tournaments we play in, but that's the biggest goal is to make a big playoff run and end up with a state championship.
You played a lot of Nick 10 teams at the Boylan Thanksgiving tournament. You'll play some in the regionals this year. Is that kind of an extra added thing for you guys when you play a Nick 10 team at Lutheran?
Yeah, absolutely. It's always fun to play the local big schools. Beforehand, we never used to think that no one thought we could compete with them. It's just fun to have that kind of atmosphere and play those big type of games.
How much does that help, too? You didn't see these teams, during the regular season, but, you guys usually get in a regional there with, Freeport and Belvedere, teams like that. How much does that help to maybe do some scouting where you can say, okay, well, we played this team, they played this team, and kind of look at some similar things there?
Yeah, it helps a lot. Our coaches do a great job. I think we've got one of the best coaching staffs in the state, and it really helps us prepare for our games. And they do a great job in the postseason getting us ready.
I think one of the underrated players on your team, and I don't know if you're going to agree with me or not, is James Robinson. He just goes out there and plays hard, and I know I wouldn't want to take a charge from him because he's a pretty big dude. So he's been a real key for you guys this year.
Yeah, he's one of the best defenders in the state when he wants to be. He works hard. He gets, especially when he starts driving to the hoop, no one can stay in front of him. He's a great player. He's a great asset to our team.
Now, you got a brother that's playing golf professionally, and we had somebody call in a little while ago. Do you play golf as good as your brother, Joe?
Not really, no. I play occasionally every once in a while, but I'm not nearly as good as him.
And I saw you play boys volleyball last year. You were catching on by the end of the year last year, Joe.
Yeah, it's a good time. It's basically our whole basketball team plays, and we just kind of have fun, and we compete with some teams. But it's a really good time.
I guess the question would be, can your brother play basketball as good as you?
Definitely not.
Joe, looking down the road, I mean, college is in your future. Are you talking to anybody, getting any looks, or, have you just kind of figured out what you want to do in the future?
Yeah. I've been talking to a few schools. I want to major in biochemistry. So that's the thing I've been looking at. I'm looking at a few of the UW schools. So.
Sweet. Biochemistry, what does that mean, Joe?
It's like biology and chemistry.
Wow.
I'll probably take it and go into med school.
You're going to be Dr. Joe Kellen. Will you remember Matt and Dave in the future then?
Yeah.
Hey, and I want to say you got a great mom, too. Your mom always helps us out, and we appreciate her. So I guess that's where you got all that good leadership ability from your mom, huh?
Yeah, my mom and dad are probably the best parents I could ask for. My dad's a doctor, and actually probably the reason I want to become a doctor.
Great. Hey, well, thanks so much, Joe, for being on today. I know you had to get up early, got practice later today. Congratulations on being named to the all-tournament team and the win at Bloomington.
Absolutely. Thank you for your time.
We've been talking with Joe Kellen from Rockford Lutheran. Great kid. Like I said, his mom's a great lady.
Yep.
I've enjoyed working with her and stuff, but Rockford Lutheran, Tom Goosey knows what he's doing over there, doesn't he?
He's built such an incredible program there, and, you kind of heard him say it. I mean, they're at the point now where, their next step is just winning a state title. I mean, that's really where they're at this point. They've been down there a few times now and taken some third-place wins. They need to get to that championship game now and win a championship.
And you realize they thought they were going to be in 4A this year.
Yeah.
And then the state did that turnaround, which I never heard the state ever do stuff like that. But
yeah, well, they changed a couple of things. At first there was a thought that maybe Luther might bump up to 4A.
Yeah.
Then for a while there was talk that Boylan might drop down to 3A. And then it ends up just being the same way it's been. But
yeah, so it's interesting. That's why they were scheduling a lot of Nig 10 games, to my understanding.
Yeah.
So we are going to take a timeout. We'll be back with more of the State Line Sports Hour here on News Talk 1440 WROK.
Live on Sunday night, it's